Hello dear students and teachers, welcome back to my channel. This is the video 1 of Mathematics Target 75 for SLC exam 2023 as well as CBSE exam 2023. This worksheet will be useful for State Board as well as CBSE exam 2023. This is worksheet 1 of Mathematics Target 75 plus. The unit is quadratic equations. You can expect maximum 6 to 7 marks for this unit. In this video, we will solve and learn the concept from the unit quadratic equations is Introduction to Quadratic Equations. Dear students and teachers, do subscribe the channel, and also this worksheet I will share it in my Telegram group. So do join the Telegram group to download the worksheet and practice. All this worksheet what I'll be solving will definitely help you to score good marks in your examination, because we are solving the question concept wise. If you learn all the concept from all the units, definitely you can solve any questions in the exam. Mathematics Target 75. Do download this worksheet from the Telegram group to improve and score your good marks. See, success is achieved and maintained by those who try and keep trying. In case if you are feeling difficulty in any of the concepts, you should try to solve again and again until you become perfect in it. Dear students, before solving multiple choice questions from the unit quadratic equation, that is on the concept Introduction to Quadratic Equation, you should know the basic concept of what is quadratic equation. Dear student, what is quadratic equation? A quadratic equation in variable x is an equation of the form ax square plus bx plus c equals 0. An equation which is of the form ax square plus bx plus c equals 0 is called as what? Quadratic equation. Repeat with me. An equation in variable x is of the form ax square plus bx plus c equals 0. What are ABC here? A, B, C are real numbers, and important condition is a should not be equal to 0. That means if value of a is equal to 0, then it is not a quadratic equation. What is quadratic equation? An equation which is of the form ax square plus bx plus c equals 0 is called as what? Quadratic equation. What are ABC? ABC are real numbers, and condition is a is not equal to 0. And also for variable x, here the variable is x. What is highest power? The highest power is 2. That means if the highest power of the equation is 2, then we can say that it is a quadratic equation. Or the highest exponent or the power is 2, then we call that as quadratic equation. What is the degree of the quadratic equation? Degree of the quadratic equation is what? 2. Students, hopefully you have understood what is quadratic equation. A quadratic equation in variable x is of the form ax square plus bx plus c equals 0, where a, b, c are real numbers and a is not equal to 0. What is the degree of the quadratic equation? It is 2. If the highest power is 2, if the degree is 2, then we call that as it is a quadratic equation. For example, x square plus 7x plus 12 equals 0. Is it a quadratic equation? Yes, it is a quadratic equation because the highest power of the x, variable x, is 2. It is a quadratic equation. X2 x square plus 5x plus 6 equals 0. Is it a quadratic equation? Yes, it is a quadratic equation because for variable x the highest power is 2. That means it is a quadratic equation. Let me give one more example. 5x square plus 8x plus 1 equals 0. Is it a quadratic equation? Yes, because the variable is x and the highest power of the variable x is 2. That means it is a quadratic equation. 2x plus 5. Is it a quadratic equation? 2x plus 5? No, it is not a quadratic equation because the highest power here is 1. If the highest power is 1, it is a linear equation. It is not a quadratic equation. 5x cube plus 3x square plus 5x plus 9 equals 0. Is it a quadratic equation? No, because it is a cubic equation. The highest power is 3 here. Only if the highest power of the equation is 2, that means it is a quadratic equation, which is of the form. What is the standard form of the quadratic equation? Ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. Repeat with me. Ax square plus bx plus c equals 0, where a is not equal to 0. It is the quadratic equation. What is the degree of the quadratic equation? The degree of the quadratic equation is 2. Students, now we'll start solving multiple choice questions based on the concept Introduction to Quadratic Equation. The first question is, the standard form of quadratic equation is. What is the standard form of quadratic equation? It is ax square plus bx plus c equals 0. Therefore, the correct answer is option A, ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. B is not a quadratic equation because the highest power here is 1. And C is not a quadratic equation because the highest power is 3. D is not a quadratic equation because the highest power is 4. Therefore, the correct answer is option A, ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. Just now we have discussed the degree of the quadratic equation is. The degree of the quadratic equation is what? Option B, 2, right? The degree of the quadratic equation is what? 2. What is the degree of the linear equation? It is 1. What is the degree of cubic equation? It is 3. Therefore, the degree of quadratic equation is 2. A quadratic equation has only how many roots? That means how many solutions? Number of solutions is equal to the degree of the equation. That means it will be 2 roots. Therefore, the correct answer is option B, 2 roots. Linear equation has how many solutions? 1 solution. Cubic equation has how many solutions? 3 solutions. Whereas quadratic equation has 2 solutions, or we can say that 2 roots. What is the standard form of quadratic equation? We know that the standard form of quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, right? Now, the standard form of quadratic equation, here it is a quadratic equation is given, that is 2x square minus 3 equals 7. Is it in standard form? No. First we should get the x square variable, that is 2x square. It is correct. Next we should have what? X, right? Then what we should do? Shift this plus 7x to LHS, it becomes minus 7x. Minus 3 will be there as it is. It is in standard form. What is the option? 2x square minus 7x minus 3. Therefore, the correct answer is 2x square minus 7x minus 3 equals 0. First, it should be x square, then x, then the constant. It is the standard form. It is a quadratic equation, but it is not in standard form. Therefore, the correct standard form of the quadratic equation is 2x square, then minus 7x minus 3. Moving to fifth question, which one of the following equation is not a quadratic equation? Right? See, the highest power is 2 here. It is a quadratic equation. Highest power is 2 here. It is a quadratic. What is highest power here? It is 2. It is a quadratic equation. The power for x is highest power for x is 2, but 0 into anything is becomes 0. So this equation becomes minus 2x minus 9. After simplification, 0 into x square is 0. 0 minus 2x is minus 2x, minus 9 equals 0. That means option D is not a quadratic equation. 0x square minus 2x minus 9 equals to 0. Next, which one of the following equation is a quadratic equation? You should check for the variable whose highest power is 2. See here, variable here is x, the highest power is 2. Therefore, directly you can write option A is the correct answer, that is 4x square minus 6x plus 6 equals to 0. See here, this is not a quadratic equation because it is in two variables and the powers are 1 and highest power is 3 here. It is not a quadratic equation. Highest power is 4 here. This is also not a quadratic equation. What is the highest power appearing in the quadratic equation? 2x square. The highest power for variable x is 2. Therefore, the highest power is 2. That is, in a quadratic equation, obviously, the highest exponent of the power will be always 2. Therefore, the correct answer is option B, 2. Dear students, this is only questions related to introduction to quadratic equation. After this, we'll try to solve questions based on factorization method, completing the square method, then quadratic formula method, then discriminant. Concept wise we'll go there so that you can completely learn the chapter and you should not miss out any question in the examination. What is the constant term in the quadratic equation 7x square minus 4x equals 5? Student, first you should check whether is it in standard form. No. Is it in standard form? No, right? 7x square minus 4x, what we should do? We should shift plus 5 to LHS so that it is in the standard form. 7x square minus 4x, after shifting plus 5 to LHS it becomes minus 5 equals to 0, right? Now what is the coefficient of x square? It is 7. What is the coefficient of x? It's minus 4. What is the constant term? It is minus 5. Therefore the correct answer is option D, minus 5. Don't get confused. After writing the given equation in the standard form, then you can find out the coefficient A, B and C. The C is the constant here, therefore the value of B is what? Minus 5. The number of values of y which satisfy the equation. See how many solutions will be there, otherwise how many roots will be there for the quadratic equation? Definitely it will be 2. Therefore the answer is option D, 2. And the 10th question, what is the maximum number of roots of a quadratic equation? Ax square plus bx can be, again the answer is option D, 2, right? The maximum number of roots of a quadratic equation. How many roots will be there for the quadratic equation? It is 2. What is the degree of the quadratic equation? It is 2. How many solutions will be there? It is 2 solutions will be there. That means it will satisfy the equation. Dear students, do watch the complete video and make a note of all these questions. Definitely keep on practicing all these questions again and again and again. Definitely you will be thorough with the concept. If you are thorough with the concept, definitely you will be able to solve any question in the examination. Now moving to 1 mark questions. Answer the following 1 mark question. What is quadratic equation? An equation in variable x is of the form ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. An equation in variable x is of the form ax square plus bx plus c equals 0, where a, b, c belongs to what? Real numbers. That means a, b, c are real numbers, and important condition is a is not equal to 0. A should not be equal to 0. What is quadratic equation? You should write in a statement. A quadratic equation in variable x is of the form what? Ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, and a, b, c are real numbers, and important condition is a is not equal to 0. Second question, what is the standard form of quadratic equation? Do try to answer it. What is the standard form of quadratic equation? It is ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, and you should write the important condition a should not be equal to 0, where a, b, c belongs to what? R, that is real numbers. What is the degree of the quadratic equation? Question number 3. The degree of the quadratic equation is 2. How many solutions will be there? 2 solutions will be there. How many roots will be there? The roots will be 2. How many roots will be there for the quadratic equation? It will be 2. What is the value of x in the given quadratic equation? What is the given quadratic equation? X square plus 1 equals 101. Now keep x square equals 101, shift plus 1 to RHS, it becomes minus 1. What we get? X square equals 100. Now remove square and put square root on the other side. What will get? Square root of plus or minus square root of 100. That means x equals plus or minus square root of 100 is what? 10. Therefore the value of x is plus or minus 10. The product of two consecutive positive integers is 30. This statement can be expressed as what? Consecutive integers. That means if I assume the first number as x, the next number will be x plus 1, right? The product of two consecutive positive integers, that is first positive integer is x, next is x plus 1, the product of these two equals what? 30. That is x into x plus 1 equals what? 30. Let me give an example. 5 and 6 are two consecutive positive integers, right? 5 and 5 plus 1 is 6. That means next number. If I consider as 6, the next number will be 7. If I consider x, the next number will be x plus 1. If I consider y, the next number will be y plus 1, right? The two consecutive positive integers will be x and x plus 1. See here, the sum of squares of two consecutive odd numbers is 290. You should understand. See here, let me write any two consecutive odd numbers, that is 3 and 5. What is the difference between these two numbers? That is 2, right? If I assume the first odd number as x, the next number, to get what I should do, I should add 2. For example, 5 is the first odd number. If I am considering, what is the next number? 5 plus 2 is 7. Therefore, in the same way, the even numbers will be 2, 4, 6. If I consider the first number as 4, the next number will be 4 plus 2 is 6. Next number will be 6 plus 2, 8. The next number will be 8 plus 2, 10. For even and odd integers, you should add plus 2. Therefore, the sum of squares of two consecutive odd integers. If I consider the first odd integer as x, the next odd integer will be x plus 2. What is the condition? The sum of squares. The square of these two positive integers is what? 290. This is the statement. This is the equation of the above statement. The sum of squares of two consecutive odd numbers is 290. What is the standard form of quadratic equation? See, it is not in standard form. Shift all the terms to LHS. That is 2x square plus 3x, after shifting it becomes minus 3x. Minus 7 after shifting plus 7 equals to 0. Now what is the value of a, b and c? A is what? coefficient of x square, that is 2. What is the coefficient of x? It is minus 2. What is coefficient of c? It is 7. Therefore, the standard form of above quadratic equation is 2x square minus 3x minus 7, sorry, plus 7 equals to 0. Dear students, I have already told you how many roots will be there for the quadratic equation. That is 2 roots. Already one root is already given. What is the other root? See here, equate it to 0. That is x minus 2 equals 0, x plus 1 equals to 0. We got x equals what? Minus 2. After shifting it becomes plus 2. Plus 2 is one of the root. What is the other root? X equals minus 1. Plus 1 after shifting it becomes minus 1. The other root is what? Minus 1. Again, what is the standard form of the quadratic equation? Shift all the terms to hs and write it in the form of ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. That is minus 7x square. After shifting it becomes plus 7x square. Here plus 8x, we are not shifting. Here the plus 8x will be as it is. Plus 3 after shifting it becomes minus 3 equals 0. It is the standard form of the above quadratic equation. Dear students, you can try this question. I think so it is repeated question. You can try this by yourself. Check whether x equals 3 is a solution of the quadratic equation. To check whether it is the given value is a solution of the quadratic equation, it should satisfy the equation. That means replace the value of x by what? 3. That means replace x by value 3 if LHS and RHS will be equal. If it is equal, that means it is a solution, otherwise it is not a solution. Let me write the quadratic equation. 2x square minus 5x minus 3 equals to 0. What I should do now? Replace x by 3. Instead of 3, write. Instead of x, write it as 3. Minus 5 into 3 minus 3 equals to 0. Now 3 square is what? 9. 9 2s are 18. Minus 5 3s are 15. Minus 3 as it equals to 0. Now 18 minus 5 is what? 18 minus 15 is 3. Minus 3 equal to 0. What is 3 minus 3? It is 0. Now we have got 0 equals 0. That means it is a solution. X equals 3 is a solution. We can write a statement. X equals 3 is a solution. If LHS and RHS both, if LHS and RHS are not equal, that means it is not a solution. Let me check for 12th question. 2x square minus 5x minus 3 equals to 0. Now replace x by what? 4. Minus 5 into 4 minus 3 equals to 0. 4 square is 16. 16 2s are, it is 32. Minus 5 4s are 20. Minus 3 equals to 0. What is 32 minus 20? It is 12. Now 12 minus 3 equals to 0. What is 12 minus 3? It is 9. 9 is equal to 0. It is not at all possible. Is 9 equal to 0? No. That means x equals 4 is not a solution because LHS and RHS are not equal. That means if k is the solution, that means after substituting the value, the p of k should be equal to 0. If p of x is a quadratic equation in variable x, after substituting the value of k, replace x by k, k can be any value, it should be equal to 0. Then it is a quadratic equation. That means it is a solution of the quadratic equation. If minus 5 is a root of the quadratic equation, 2x square plus px minus 15 equals 0, then find the value of p. Then what you should do? Replace the value of x by what? Minus 5. That is 2x square plus px plus minus 15 equals to 0. Write down the given quadratic equation. Now what you should do? replace x by what? Minus 5. That is 2 into minus 5 square plus p into minus 5 minus 15 equals to 0. What I have done, just I have replaced the value of x by minus 5. Minus 5 whole square is what? Minus into minus plus 5 square is 25. Now 25 into 2, what will get? 50. Plus into minus, minus 5p minus 15 equals to 0. Now subtract only the constant. 50 minus 15 is what? 35 minus 5p equals to 0. Now 5p equals what? 35. Now p equals what? 35 divided by 5. Now what we get? P equals 7. 5 ones are 5 times 7 is 35. Therefore p equals what? 7. The same way you can find out if x equals minus 1 by 2 is a solution of the quadratic equation. 3x square plus 2kx minus 3 equals 0. Find the value of k. What you should do, replace the value of x by minus 1 by 2. Then you can find out the value of k. The same way it is a practice question. If 1 by 2 is the root of the quadratic equation, x square minus mx minus 5 by 4 equals 0, then find out the value of m. Students, what you need to do is just replace the value of x by the given value, the given constant. Then you can easily find out the value of the required term. Dear students, now we will be solving 2-mark question based on what? The concept Introduction to Trigonometry. Dear students, all these questions are very important. Don't skip any of the video. And also, dear students, do subscribe the channel and also join the Telegram group. And also do follow me on the Instagram. The link will be shared in the description. Dear students, now we'll solve 2-mark questions. And the questions will be very simple ones. If one of the root of the quadratic equation 2x square plus kx minus 6 equals 0 is 2. Given one of the root as 2 of this quadratic equation 2x square plus kx minus 6 equals 0, find the value of k. What I should do now? Replace the value of x as 2. That is 2 into 2 square plus k into 2 minus 6 equals to 0. 2 square is 4. 4 2s are 8. 8 k into 2 is 2k minus 6 equals to 0. Now what is 8 minus 6? It is 2. 2k plus 2 equals to 0. Now shift plus 2, it becomes minus 2. K equals minus 2 divided by 2. What will get? K equals minus 1. Right? Now we got the value of k, and also what we should do, we should find out the other root. How to find out the other root? Now 2x square, what is the value of k is? Minus 1. Minus 1 into x is x, minus 6 equals to 0. Now this is a quadratic equation in variable x, that is 2x square minus x minus 6 equals to 0. To find out the other root, it can be solved by using factorization method or by using quadratic formula method. That we'll be learning in next video. Or if you know, you can directly solve. Now check whether the following are quadratic equation. Given a equation, you cannot directly by seeing the equation, you cannot directly say whether it is a quadratic equation or not. What you should do is you should simplify. You should know that it is of the form a plus b whole square. What is a plus b whole square? A plus b whole square equals a square plus 2ab plus b square. Now I can write x plus 1 whole square as x square plus 2ab, that is 2 into x into 1 is 2x plus 1 square is 1 equals, it is a monomial binomial multiplication, 2 into x and 2 into minus 3, that is 2 into x is 2x plus into minus minus 2 3 is 6. Now shift all the term to LHS. What it becomes? Plus 2x and plus 2x on LHS and RHS. Same sign. The term is same sign on LHS and RHS will be cancelled. Now x square plus 1 minus 6 after shifting it becomes plus 6 equals to 0. Now x square plus 1 plus 6 equals 7, that is x square plus 7. Is it a quadratic equation? Yes, it is a quadratic equation because the highest power of x is what? 2. It is a quadratic equation because it is of the form ax square plus bx plus c equals 0. But the coefficient of x is what? 0. What is coefficient of x square? It is a, that is coefficient of x square is 1 here, then the constant c equals 7. In the same way, you can solve the other questions. X square minus 2x equals minus 2 into 3 minus x. Now x square minus 2x equals what? Plus into minus minus 2 3 is a 6, minus into minus plus 2 into x is 2x. Now shift all the terms LHS, what it becomes? X square minus 2x plus 2x after shifting it becomes minus 2x minus 6x after shifting plus 6x equals to 0. Now we'll get x square minus 4x plus 6 equals to 0. Is it a quadratic equation? Yes, it is a quadratic equation because the highest power of the variable x is 2. It is a quadratic equation in variable x with degree equals 2, and it is also in the standard form ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. I have given 3 more practice questions. You can solve it. In case if you have any doubt, you can discuss with your teachers, and also you can discuss with your friends. And also students, I have given 2 application questions, that is higher order thinking questions. This you can solve it out in other sheet, and you can make a note of these questions. Given x equals 2 by 3 and x equals minus the root of the quadratic equation ax square plus 7x plus b equals 0, find the value of a and b. Then what you should do, in first case substitute the value of x equals 2 by 3, you will get an equation. Then what you do, substitute x equals minus 3 in the same equation, you will get another equation. If you solve these 2 equations, you will get the value of a and b. In the same way, the second question is, dear students, do solve these application questions and also all the practice questions. Do download the worksheet from my Telegram group. Do join the Telegram group and do subscribe the channel, and also do share with all your friends so that it will be useful for all the students. If you solve all these questions and if you practice all these questions, definitely it will be helpful for your examination because we are solving it conceptually. Conceptually, if you are perfect, that means you can solve any question in the examination. Dear students, thank you for watching the video, and all the best for the exam.